It is now time for your story and what you've got to say. It may or may not be something someone wants to hear. Rodney? Is he there?
I am here, but I'm thinking about seeing how I can come through the screen and smack you in the face. Because people always want to hear from me. That's what I'm saying. No, my thing was this week I was thinking about what loss we've had over the last 30 years, 40 years, when wrestling was not a part of every market, a part of the culture, so to speak. When we were growing up, wrestling was an everyday occurrence or a weekly occurrence in every market, just about the United States, especially in Chattanooga. It was one of the hottest wrestling towns in the entire United States. Had its own television program that was dedicated directly for the market, and of course, not just this market, but all over the United States. And I think that a lot of people, and a lot of wrestling fans of today, surely it's not that we're saying that when people say, well, you're just looking back, you're backward, you're backward thinking. No, you're truly missing out on what was it to be a part of when wrestling was part of the culture of each and individual local market. I've always said, and I've told people this many times, that wrestling was bigger back then than it was now. I would say, if you say 50 towns per night in lots of cases, especially on a Saturday night, might be running. And so my thing is that we're not trying to say, look backwards. We're just saying that you're missing out. You're missing out. There is nothing better than being at the matches live, in person, being in a part of the crowd, getting to the ring, going to the concession stand, having that ring light just be the only thing lit. And then that show is just for you. The promoter designed it just for you, just for the people in that market. I think that is a missed and a lost art form of today. I shudder to think that if any wrestling organization could actually do what Nick Goulas and Paul Jones, Fred Ward, Jerry Jarrett, Bill Watts, Fritz Von Erich did on a weekly basis. These are massive events. Of course, Nick Goulas, the biggest card he ever signed every single week. It was just something he said. And it was true. And for Chattanooga, yeah, it was right. But my opinion is I truly believe that if, and I'm not trying to knock anything of today, I'm just saying that the wrestling fans of today are missing out. They really are missing out on that weekly wrestling product that they go to every single week, having its own TV show for that very market. And also being able to participate in the live event every single week. It is far different than watching it on TV. And it's fine watching it TV. That's fun. Yeah, so what? But the main thing was always going down to the auditorium, to the City Auditorium in Atlanta, or to the Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham Harbor, Mid-South Coliseum and Memphis. Nothing like being a part of that. And when you go to listen to what people's memories are, especially in this area, they remember those times at the Memorial Auditorium or the National Guard Armory here in Cleveland or Boutwell Auditorium or Dothan, Houston County Farm Center. So, and like I said, I'm not trying to besmirch anybody of today. I'm just saying I think a lot of the wrestling fans truly miss out on what used to be a promoted wrestling event dedicated to that market and to the fans in that area. And I think truly a lost art.